There's a lot of bird activity around my house, you know, it's like paranormal activity, but birds. And I'll admit I have perpetuated this because I have been putting out peanuts in hopes to attract crows, in hopes that they would bring me little shiny objects sometimes, and which I think would be really cool. Anyways, because I put out food, it attracted a lot of other birds, and so this has been like this haven for birds lately. And like I had already learned like last summer, I don't really care for them making nests in the back porch area. I was very excited about this initially because I'm like, oh, I want to witness this like circle of life and see these little birds grow up and how beautiful. And that quickly changed when I realized that I wasn't like witnessing a circle of life, but rather just like watching all these little things die. Because if you didn't know, baby birds do be dying. Like I don't even know how there are adult birds with how many baby birds die. Like I would just go on my back porch and there'd just be like these little gummy corpses stuck to the cement frying in like the 110-degree sun. A real bummer. A real bummer. So this spring I was very diligent. Anytime I saw a little conglomeration of sticks go up, I would knock that shit down. I just no to the baby birds for me. Go raise your army of the dead somewhere else, birds. Anyways, all of that to say, like I still didn't get away from it because there's a baby bird in my front yard right now and the parents in this tree are not happy about me like walking over here to my car. That's what's going on. But in other news, I'm in hot pursuit of a zucchini because recently I've been suggested like several zucchini recipes and I don't know if there's a recall or something, but in 2 grocery stores that I've checked so far, no zucchinis. Been completely empty. So we're gonna go to the farmer's market and check for zucchinis. Now ladies, I have $20 cash. $20 cash. Do not let me walk out of this freaking fruit and vegetable stand with $100 of fruit and vegetables. Okay? There's no way I can eat that much in the amount of time that they will go bad. So we're gonna give ourselves a reality check right now and we're only spending most $20 cash. If I pull out my credit card, bestie, don't let me do it. Don't let me do it. Don't let me do it. I made it out of there, only spent $18. So love that for me. That is not a typical experience by far. I came across this short the other day that told me how to pick a watermelon. Apparently, if you didn't know, you want to look for the acronym RYT, R-Y-T, round, yellow spot, tight lines. So if this watermelon is good, then that advice was valid. Hi, it's Editing Bee here. I just wanted to pop in here really quickly to say that maybe don't listen to my watermelon advice because this watermelon that I purchased was like rotten on the inside, like very mushy. Like I salvaged about 1/4 of it, but the other 3/4 was a little bit rotten tasting. Okay, the chickens loved it though, but for $9, for 9 doll hairs, I bought a rotten ass watermelon. Okay, so I'm not the one that knows how to pick a watermelon. This has been your PSA. Hello and welcome to the thing that we're doing next. And that thing that we're doing next is making 2 new recipes. Not 1, but 2. First of all, I needed these zucchinis because I am going to make some zucchini tots. Or I guess it's technically a zucchini fritter recipe that I'm just gonna like form into top form and put in the oven instead of on a skillet. So we'll see how that turns out. And the second thing that I'm going to be making is a salt and vinegar chicken recipe. Not completely sure about the pairings of these foods, but we'll give it a go. I think we'll do like various textures on this. So that was like the large grain zucchini, and now we're going to go medium grain for these next 2. This is going to take significantly longer. Got ourselves a tea towel. We're almost there. We are almost there. Okay, before we get any further, I need to find my phone and look up the recipe because we can't just go into this raw dogging it. I mean, we could, but it'd just be irresponsible. Aha, glad that I did because you have to add the salt to the zucchini for it to release some moisture, I guess. Then you gotta make a 2-tiered system so the water can drain out. This recipe doesn't have an onion in it, but I feel like I'm gonna add an onion. This feels right in my soul. So immediately just shitting all over my follow the recipe thing that just happened. We are gonna dice this up super tiny. Super tiny. Boy, now that's a mince. I'm not gonna lie, that seemed like a lot of salt. But now we're gonna wait for that to flash brine. Kind of burnt them a little bit. Pretty good, tastes like fried zucchini. That is surprising. Chetty was screaming in the background, which really threw off the vibe, so editing B here to tell you how this recipe was. Surprisingly, just brining your chicken in salt and vinegar like no other spices, which usually a cardinal sin. Very flavorful and good, okay? Cool, really simple way to switch up the chicken. And zucchini tots, I'll give it like a solid like 8 out of 10. Good stuff. Bestie, it is high time that we have a gardening stash, okay? Because the weeds in the area have gotten absolutely heinous. Like, we're talking out of control. Like, a hippie has chained themselves to one because they mistook it for an old growth forest. Like, that's the level that we're talking about. It's very unmanageable. And we'll do a little bit of a garden update too as well, but we need to make a walking space. See, I don't know how something like this happens. It's probably like neglect or something, but it's hard to tell like where the vegetables even are. Steven's also mowing the lawn, so that's just something that we're gonna have to deal with. That's not it. I swear, once I figure out ISO, it is over for you hoes, but you are safe for now, and probably forever. Because it's been like 5 years since I started doing YouTube and still have not bothered. Oh, and she just keeps getting brighter. No! But solidly, with very little effort, we are growing some shits. Can you see that? That's a whole ass squash. We're gonna just go ahead and start with the tragedy of the garden, the radishes. Something came along and completely annihilated them, like took them out of this world, out of existence, and it really is sad because they were going really well. They were like happening. I'm thinking maybe birds. I'm not sure. But that same creature also got a patch of my squash as well. Although those are still flourishing. I got some bell peppers happening. The cucumbers are looking good. We are seeing little baby tomatoes. If you know, my goal for this garden was just grow like one tomato. Although my goal was to grow one tomato from a seed. Those seedlings did not make it. I just ended up buying like tomato plants. And the tomatoes are happening on the tomato plants that I bought at the nursery. But we are successfully growing squash from seeds. These are from seeds. The cucumbers will be from seeds. So honestly, for me and my past garden attempts, this is definitely a success thus far. It's definitely not perfect by any means, but it's good enough for now, and I can walk through here without worrying if something's gonna crawl on me or not. And girl, I big brained this next bit because for dinner I had pre-made a buffalo chicken dip casserole. That's right, yesterday I was not only making the zucchini tots and the salt and vinegar chicken, but also the casserole. And I didn't really plan it that way. I was just, you know, using up the whole pack of chicken because it was the last day to do so. But it worked out tremendously well because I was a bit tuckered after pulling weeds in the sun. And it was so nice to just pop some Pyrex in the oven and call it good. I will definitely need to figure out how to do this more intentionally in the future. But this buffalo chicken dip is good and it tastes really rich. And it's literally just like 1.5 pounds of chicken breast, shredded up. I used about 2/3 cup of Frank's Red Hot, 4 ounces of cream cheese, and a cup of cottage cheese mixed all together with garlic, and I added half of an onion, of course. And then you just top that with a bit of cheddar to give it a crust. And then we usually have like a side salad with it, or today we just scooped it with some celery sticks. Super easy, super good. It's Monday, day, so let's get right into it. Last week I weighed 218.2 pounds, and then this morning I stepped on the scale and I now weigh 216.8 pounds. So that's a weekly loss of 1.4 pounds, bringing our grand total to 40.2 pounds down. So we have finally barely squeaked over the 40-pound threshold, and I'm happy about that. Because I was telling you last week that I was feeling very impatient in the whole progress department. Like, I just wanted to hurry up and get it over with. And while that feeling is still like there a little bit, like I didn't end up changing much this past week. I guess I did do a bit more physical activity. That wasn't really like an intentional thing. That was just more like the chores that I needed to get done, like the yard work ended up being more physical activity, but I didn't change my macros or anything. I'm kind of waiting because I have an appointment in a couple of days with the dietitian that I'm working with, and I want to kind of ask her some questions and pick her brain about a couple of things. And so I just like, I'm not going to change anything until, you know, I ask my questions, because I don't want to change something and then have to like go and just change it again in a couple of days. It just kind of seems like wasted effort. But yeah, I guess other than that, I just want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!